Yeah, as I was saying, the guys are showing up for work getting ready to get to it. So I know there's been a lot of talk about house building in the Philippines and how things go wrong and all this other stuff. I'm acting as my own contractor. I don't know anything about construction. I just watch a lot of YouTube videos. That's all I'm doing right now. Anyway, I was mentioning that we bought a whole bunch of supplies from City Hardware, and hopefully I won't buffer so much on this time around. And we could take you around and show you the current situation, what the house is looking like right now. So I think we're going to be done ahead of schedule. I'm not sure because we're using all off the shelf stuff. So we adjusted the plans to accommodate for the stock windows at City Hardware. And there have been one or two people who have critiqued me on that move, but I wanted to go with the vinyl or the PVC windows. And they only stock them in certain sizes because those are the most popular sizes. You can't stock every window size on the face of the earth, right? Because it would be too expensive. It don't make no sense. I don't have room to stock all that stuff. So instead of having the window guys come over and measure or build the windows to the plan, we just went over to Home Depot. I mean, it's like a Home Depot, you know? It's identical. Called City Hardware, and we just scooped up all the stuff. They delivered it to us over the last couple of days. We got the doors, we got the door jambs, we got the windows, we got everything we need. And we modified the design of the house a little bit to accommodate for window size. What's the big deal? This is the Philippines. Now, has anything gone wrong on this build? Well, I got to tell you, no. You know, I'm always amazed at people who are telling me they have problems with property rights. They got problems with contractors and things like that. Well, I'm my own contractor. Any mistakes that are made here, right, they're made by me. I mean, that's just the way it is. I take responsibility for everything. Yeah, you know, the measurements are off a little bit here. The measurements are off a little bit there. It's all my fault for not paying attention. You know, what am I going to do? You know, tear down that house, move those supports, start over again. No, we don't do that. You know, we're trying to save money on this build. That's the whole idea. For example, this window size. Let me flip this around. This is a standard window size. We had a bigger window that was going to go in there, and I said, what for? It was only for elevation. It was only for architectural, you know, whatever they call that. So I said, no, let's not do that. Let's make all these windows for the bedrooms and even the front of the house the same size. Keep it simple, stupid. And since I'm a stupid guy, I try to keep it simple. And we did the same over here. This was going to be 2 fixed windows. You know, I wouldn't have gone with 2 anyway. I would have gone with 3. They were going to be tall to make this look bigger than it actually is. You know, Father, Son, Holy Ghost is why you put 3 windows in here in the Philippines. But I decided not to do that. I decided that, you know what, I can afford to put 1 window there the same size as the others, 120 by 140. So they're all the same size. So what are you going to do? Sue me for that? Right? I won't have as pretty of a single story house as the next guy down the street. That's what made America great, right? I do apologize for the lame jokes. There's Minnie giving direction. She's really the foreman, you know. That's right. So here's the main entrance. This is going to be 90 centimeters. I don't want to give you all the details and give it all away. Here's the first bedroom. And look, what's wrong with having those windows the same size? One there, one there. Second bedroom, same size. Third bedroom, same size. What else? What else? This window here for the living room, same size. This window here, I would have gone with the same size, but this window here, we already had this one. We already had bought this one. And so this one is going here. Maybe this one should go here. And that one should go there because that's facing the neighbor's house. Oh, Dennis, Dennis, can I bug you? I won't put you on camera. Come on over here. You know what we Let me ask you a question. Do you think the bigger window should go there and the smaller one should go there?
This window.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think we should put that bigger window over here on this side?
That's good for uh, how long you ordered
I
last day? 120 by
This is 120 by 140 and that's
one
longer.
140 by 120.
Something like that. No, that's not 120 by 140. That's longer. That's 120. All these are 120 by 140.
Okay, okay.
This is a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, maybe the longer one. Nah, it doesn't matter because this is the long side of the house goes down to there.
This,
No, keep it the same. Keep it the same. I talked myself out of that idea just like that.
okay.
Yeah. All right. So here's where the 80 centimeter door is going right here. Yeah, I wanted to make several escape routes here. Egress they call it. So here goes one there, and then back here is a 7 centimeter, and then apparently we have a watertight CR. Apparently we don't have a problem with it leaking, right? Because it's full of water. And so what we got going on here is we got two CRs in a hallway. And I know people have criticized me in the past because I'm building small CRs or small toilets. But the whole thing is that you can see here that the vanities are going to be in this the out room as you're making your way into the restrooms. So the vanities will be here, and then the toilets and the shower rooms will be there, two of them, side by side. You know, here in the Philippines, here in Asia in general, you don't spend all day, all night escaping your family by hiding in the CR, by hiding in the bathroom. It's not a spa. It's to do your business, get in and get out, get on with your day. We live outside the house here in Southeast Asia. And so that is what's going on here. He's making a little hole to drain this water. This turned out to be watertight. So it's a hallway here and a two CRs there. You could see the sewer line there. You could see the sewer line there. So that's the plan and we're sticking to it. So Dennis, I have a question. Is this where the door is going to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you put the door there, oh, how are you gonna access the sink, the lavabo?
40.
Yeah, which way is the door gonna open? It's gonna open to the lavabo's gonna be there, so it's gonna go bang, bang, bang.
No.
No, it won't. There's enough room
Yeah.
for the sink. There's enough room for the sink and the door.
That's okay because the door is only here.
Yeah, but how big is the sink? See,
Like, if you have
oh, you're gonna go with a pedestal sink.
yeah.
Pedestal sink, and then over here I want to go with a cabinet sink.
Here.
Yeah, so this one will be a cabinet sink because we have room to put it there. You know, like a cabinet.
This one is enough.
Yeah, and then over here we could put the pedestal sink, a small one, small pedestal sink, and that should take care of it. And that'll leave. Then where are your doors for your CRs? Where's your doors for your CR? Which way are they going to open? That one? On both sides, right? Okay, good plan. I like it. Thanks. So you see, that's how we do things around here. Let me know if you have any comments or complaints. Leave it in the comment section below, and I'll take it under advisement. Here are those hollow blocks. Those aren't hollow blocks, they're concrete forms. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk about. And that is that when we first got this started and we had to level this thing out, we had to take some full concrete forms and we had to cut them in half. Right? We had to get the whole project started, and so we had to cut these. We had to cut these to size. But now what we're going to do is We're going to take all these ones that we've got that we're going to be scrapped out. I said, let's build the dividing walls with that. And the guys love the idea. That's why they keep me around. See, they love the idea of not wasting material. These were expensive, I'm not going to lie. They're 1 meter by 25 centimeter. So that's 1 meter, 25 centimeter. And these were $185 each. But they're going to save us hella time, and they have an R value. They might even keep the sun off of us. They're cool right now. They're cool to the touch. I don't know what the material is. There. You hear that? Sounds hollow, right? Like my brain. Look at this. So they'll be pouring this. The guys they're installing these so fast, they have to have another laborer to help them mix because they can't keep up. The two guys we got cannot keep up with the mixing because they're doing it by hand. So we got concrete floor poured. We got CR in progress. We got the rough plumbing in. The rough electrical is in. How many crew do we have here today? Dennis, how many crew do we have here? How many crew? How many people?
7.
We have 7 today?
Yeah.
Did you bring the extra mixer?
5
The extra mixer is here? Okay.
And then deliver the making implement.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, so they're going to be banging it out today. I just know it. I mean, they're going to make hay while the sun shines. Everybody's happy today. I just wanted to bring it to you. Let you see what's going on. This is the porch right here. Let me get off of it. There's my step. All right, here's the porch right here. It's a small porch. But let me show you something that's exciting. Look at all this room between the house and the fence line that you could park your motor. So if you're staying with us, all you have to do is roll your motor up in there, and it's nice and safe, and people can see it parked there because we got 2 windows that are on this side. And look at how much space is here between this fence line. And I mean, we got space. Let me show you, right? I could stick my arms out and maybe I could touch both sides. All right, you live and learn. This right here is hella room. And back there you're gonna have generator, you're gonna have water pressure pump, you're going to have probably another CR because we rough plumbed another CR over there just in case we decide to build one later on. We might build it right away. This right here is going to be the driveway for the van. It's going to be a covered driveway. We're already working out the details on what that canopy or cover is going to look like. So if you love it as much as I do, give me a thumbs up. Give me a nice, sweet comment. And, I mean, that would be nice, right? And comment on my baby picture. You know? Comment on my baby picture. Tell me if it looks like me. And I got a couple of videos that I'm working on. They're taking a long time, especially the earthquake video, because I'm doing a video, and what I'm talking about is all the earthquakes that I personally have been in. And it's traumatizing for me because I realize that I've almost lost my life a couple of 2 or 3 or 4 times. And now here we are in the Philippines and we're getting slammed by huge earthquakes and aftershocks. But the buildings and everything around here are remaining solid, intact. No damage. So far, so good. Everything is made to last. It's earthquake proof. You know, what did Mike say from Hey Joe, Buena Vista Dreamin', Hey Joe Vallejo? he says rebar, rebar, rebar. Even when I say, Mike, how you doing? He says rebar. Rebar is king. You can see over here, we got rebar over there. We got rebar all over the place. Rebar, rebar, rebar. Somebody should write a song. All right, everybody. Well, that's about a wrap today. Hope you enjoyed the update. Thanks for putting up with me, and we'll see you all on the next video or the next live. Oh, yeah, Friday live for sure. I'll have a special giveaway. I'm giving away some of my toys that I've collected over the years. I started looking in my toy drawer, and I have all kinds of things that I could give away, and I think that Christmas time is a good time to do it. And so what I'll be doing is I'll be grabbing my stuff, and I'll be offering up. We'll have an extra drawing on the live stream coming Friday, and we'll give some of these things that are collecting dust in my drawer. There's no reason to have them in there. Some of them are new, some of them are used, some of them are broken, and some of them are, I don't know, but whatever shape they're in, you will get it. You could always, fix it if something's broken. Most of the stuff, it's new, but they might be missing parts because I like to go in there and rob parts off of my electronic toys and things. You know how it is, right, Larice? All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this live. We're going out of here. We're probably heading down to the Dunkin', but we have to wait until these hollow block. I keep doing that. We have to wait for these concrete forms to show up because we want to park them right over here next to the fence line so the guys don't have to walk so far to get them going. So it should be a very, very productive day. Take care, and we will see you later. Don't be afraid, by the way. To wrap it up, don't be afraid to build your own house. All you got to do is watch a few YouTube videos. This is innovative. Using these concrete forms is very innovative. I think that we're only the third building in Bye Bye City Leyte to do it this way. It's very exciting because we didn't even know that there was a guy manufacturing these. But there's an engineer manufacturing these close by. That's a friend of Gel thought they were hollow block. He thought he was a hollow block manufacturer. Hollow blocks are these, concrete hollow blocks. Right? But no, he was making these bad boys. Look at that. And like I said, they ain't cheap, but they're saving us all kind of time. And time is money. I mean, these things are wonderful, right? They're fantastic. Look at that. All you need to do is set them and forget them. Set them, fill them, and forget them. What more could you want? I mean, there's no, with a little spatula, there's no, oh, come here. Let me fill in the hole. Let me fill in the hollow block hole with the concrete. Oh, don't forget to put a rebar in there. No, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. No, you don't even have to think about it. Just set it, level it, and forget it. Then pour, continuous pour. Right? Somebody asked me about this. They said, shouldn't those be offset like a concrete block? No. Heck no, they don't need to be. Right? They don't need to be because it's continuous pour. Right? Where those seams are makes no difference. It does with those hollow block, it does. Yeah, you wouldn't want those in a straight line. No way. Because look, here's the difference. Just so you get something out of this. Right here's the difference. See? These make all the difference in the world. Put that in Chat GPT and tell me what percentage of difference that would make in the strength of them. These become load-bearing walls when you fill them. These do not. These, you got to make sure you got rebar in there so when the big earthquake comes, they hang on to these hollow block and they don't topple over on your head. But oftentimes, here's what happens to them. Look at this. I mean, would you trust your... Oh man, I can't believe I just did that. Would you trust your house being built with this stuff? Look. No, of course not. That's just crazy. Right? That's just crazy. You can't watch the manufacturer when they're building their hollow block. You'd have to have a full-time person there watching to make sure that they put the proper mix in there. But look at this. Oh, wait. Oh no. I think those are the hollow block that we built when we were checking things out. We were trying to build our own and they come out like that. No, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure that those are ours. Well, anyway, listen, I'm boring you. So there's the leftover wood. All right. We'll get out of here because you know, the guys don't want to be on camera all day long, you know. They don't want to be caught sleeping on the job and stuff like that. So I'll see everybody later. Bye-bye. We're out.